Okay folks, here we are at Coventry Airport. We've got a significant, somewhere between 30 and 57 knot crosswind coming from 270 degrees. This is flying real live weather with Storm Eunice. This is going to be a very, 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 very challenging takeoff indeed. We're turning the ailerons into the wind. We need to get some speed up, I would suggest, relatively quickly in order to maintain some authority on the rudder. There we go. Oh yeah, that's crab into the wind immediately. Oh yeah, there is some force in that wind without a doubt, but that wasn't too bad. Just letting our speed come up, getting our flaps out. Okay, so we've got our crab into the wind, probably crabbing just a little bit too much, bringing our RPM back to 2000. We've used the heading bug to indicate wind direction and the Vore needle to indicate a runway heading. We'll climb up to 700 feet and then we'll start our turn onto the crosswind leg. It's not buffeting the aircraft quite as much as I thought it might. Now that's 700 feet, so let's start our turn onto the crosswind leg. Okay, yeah, now we're feeling it. Oh, yeah, and I can see the aircraft being pushed across, not tracking sensibly across the ground at all. We'll start bringing the power down, but only a little bit. We are going to want to maintain some control authority. We start leveling off. We've just gone a smidge higher than our pattern altitude. So, yeah, let's start our turn onto downwind. It is windy out there, folks. There's no doubt of that. Perfectly fine to be doing this in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but for anybody, frankly, doing any activity in the real world, I would suggest you find a way of doing it from home today, folks. It is a record storm in the UK. Wow, we've been blown significantly quite far away from where I would normally find myself flying the pattern. I actually can't see the airfield at all. We're going to overturn. Oh, there's the airfield there. We've drifted a good mile or so further away from it than we should be. Oh, yeah, we need to crab into the wind more than that. I can see us blowing sideways across the ground. That is pretty crazy bonkers. It's got a crosswind component of 20 knots, the Kodiak 100. I calculate it's not something you want to do in your head particularly as you're flying, but it's the difference between the runway heading, the wind heading, and where that then gets you on the face of a clock. So if there's 20 degrees difference between the runway heading and the wind heading, and you would go 20 minutes round the clock, which is a third of the way round, so the crosswind component is a third of what the wind is blowing. So this is runway 23, that's 230 degrees. We've got a crosswind coming from 270 degrees. There's the airfield. And again, this is not maths that you want to be doing in your head while you're flying, because you want to be concentrating on what you're doing. But I would guesstimate that we are exceeding the crosswind capability of this aircraft. Well, I can see the airfield. This is not a traffic pattern as I would normally have expected to fly it. But frankly, in these conditions, I don't think we're doing too badly. Our challenge here is going to be getting our airspeed down slow enough that we can touch down, but maintaining a ground speed that we're actually approaching the airfield. Beauty of a turboprop is that I can go idle without risking overcooling the engine. Slow our descent down. We're going to trade losing altitude for speed. First notch of flaps going in.
500.
Second notch of flaps going in. I'm full idle, and the force of that wind is keeping us in the air. It's still 90 knots indicated airspeed, and we want to be around 75 when we touch down. 84. Right, final notch of flaps. That's not too shabby a landing. It's actually been harder. There we go. A little bit of power going in. Full RPM. We've drifted a little slow. That's not too bad. We're a little on the slow side. Gonna crab her all the way down and then kick her out with the rudder right at the end. There we go, that's idle. That I'm gonna take. That is not too bad. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice landing.
We'll have that. That's not too shabby, folks, and that is how you do it. That is how you land in a record-breaking storm. So there we go. As always, I hope you're very well wherever in the world you are. This was insane. That was challenging without a doubt. Let's get this bird off the runway. Yes, as always, I hope you're very well wherever in the world you are. Stay safe in the skies. Don't do this for real. Stay indoors. Stay safe. And I will see you in my next one.